Hi guys, I'm excited. This is what we've been waiting for. Fire Magic Echelon Collection. Fire Magic is tremendous. The Echelon collection of Fire Magic, all the same components and mechanical design as the Aurora collection, but the Echelon collection, this is the big boy. This is what has the bells and whistles. This is excitement. This is Fire Magic. Here we go. Echelon Collection by Fire Magic. First thing I'd like to let you guys take a look at. Again, this is their the E. Specifically, we're looking at an E790 version by Fire Magic. Now, on the Echelon, they make a few different sizes. You can get these things in a 30, a 36, or the big boy, the big 48-inch unit. However, they only come in the larger depth, the 22-inch depth, and so you get a lot of cooking surface on these units. And let's take a look at what you get when you upgrade to the Echelon collection with Fire Magic. Let's take a look on the inside. See this pinky? Strongest pinky in America. Look how big this grill lid is. Lifting it with my pinky. Now, don't be fooled. American Gladiators has not dropped me off here. I'm not competing in the world's strongest man. I'm simply a grill person down here in Louisiana. I got to be truthful with you. On the Echelon collection by Fire Magic, they have a spring-assisted lid that makes lifting this lid so easy. I mean, here you go. See, it just bounces right up and down. I'm going to go ahead and raise this thing up for you. They've got a coil that's mounted on the pivot point for the lid on this barbecue grill that makes it a lot easier to lift the lid. And as these grills get bigger and the lids and everything get bigger, a lot of Fire Magic's competition doesn't try and do anything to accommodate someone who maybe isn't strong like me that might struggle to lift a great big grill lid. And so, neat feature, makes it real easy to lift and open. Super idea by Fire Magic. What allows the lid to be so easily opened and closed is that they have a spring little coil on the pivot point on the lid of that barbecue grill. And you know, it's something that as these grills get bigger in size, the lids get bigger, everything gets heavier. It makes it difficult for someone who might not be as physically capable to lift a big heavy lid, to still have a large cooking surface and use the grill. And so, great idea, and it's a good upgrade when you go to the Echelon version of the barbecue, Fire Magic barbecue grill. I'm going to go over here to the right-hand side. Another upgrade we have, well, I guess rather the next couple of upgrades are all associated with this grill having, the capabilities of actually operating with 110 electricity. You actually plug these units, the Echelon collection, in with an extension cord, and the electricity does a couple of different things for you. One of the upgrades that you get with the Echelon is you've got grill lights, interior hood lights. What it does is it helps you if you start cooking and before you know it, it's nighttime, illuminates your cooking surface. And what sets Fire Magic apart than a lot of its competition is that the lights themselves are not sitting flat where they're just shooting downwards. They've got them in an angle to where it kind of does a better job of distributing the light across your cooking surface itself. So rather than seeing light here, and dark in the middle, it does do a better job of distributing the light for your cooking surface. And how you turn them on, you've got this button right here, as far as on and off. But what else is cool is that you also have, kind of like your refrigerator, you've got your lid on and off, up and down with your lights. Kind of like your refrigerator. You close this unit, pushes that deal down, lights go off. As soon as you open it, lights are back on. Makes it real nice, that way you're not turning the lights on and off if it's nighttime while you're grilling. Pretty cool idea by Fire Magic. Also, another upgrade when you go to the Echelon collection is that you have an upgraded ignition system on their grill. rather than the battery-operated ignition, you actually have a glow plug hot surface ignition on the Echelon collection. Runs off of electricity. What you do is you push, hold this button in. I'm going to get my camera guy to zoom in on the rear burner. Basically, when you activate the glow plug by pushing the button in, electricity current runs through that resistance on that coil, and it glows just this hot. It's glowing so hot it's that bright orange color. And the gas, as it comes in contact with the glow plug, ignites off of that hot surface. It's a more reliable form of an ignition. Now, just the same as on the Aurora units, you also have the secondary ignition with the flash tubes. In case power goes out or what have you, you're not going to starve to death. And so that is the upgrade when you go to the Echelon, the hot surface ignition. And please be aware, this is not just on your rear burner. That is the ignition on all of the burners on your barbecue grill. Also, pretty cool, when you plug your extension cord into the side of the barbecue grill, you've got a dual plug assembly on the side of the grill that you can use, for your rotisserie motor if you're rotisserie, or if you plug it in a blender or radio. I mean, it's it's whatever you want to do with it, really. And so, pretty convenient with the Echelon collection. I mentioned the rotisserie. When you go to this particular collection, you get an upgraded rotisserie motor. Heavy-duty stainless steel, fan-cooled. It's got a 60-pound capacity. I think you're going to struggle to find something to put on the rotisserie that this motor cannot turn. It'll pretty much do whatever you want. So, heavy-duty rotisserie motor on the Echelon collection. Yet another upgrade when you go to the Echelon collection is that within your barbecue grill itself, I got something I want to let you take a look at. What Fire Magic has done is installed a series of dividers, stainless steel dividers, that segment your individual cooking surfaces. They call them zones, and you probably have even heard this referred to as zoned cooking before. And ultimately, these stainless steel dividers, what they do is they keep the heat where you want the heat. If you're running high cooking steaks on this side, if you were using a grill that didn't have these zone dividers, the heat would naturally have, some drift into the different cooking sections. And so if you want to roll on high here, you can roll on high. This helps to keep everything within that same section, same as if you wanted to do low over here for cooking different things. What's cool? Pull right out for easy cleaning. If you notice, there's no bolts or screws or anything like that. These things just slide off for cleaning purposes. Pretty cool idea by Fire Magic. And again, that all gets back to cooking many different things at once. On the same lines, another upgrade that I wanted to mention to you is that when you're with the Echelon collection, you have some upgraded features with your temperature reading device that you didn't have on the Aurora collection. And the main deal is that rather than only getting two readings, as you did on the Aurora, one for your entire cooking surface and the other for the probe, on the Echelon, they give you the ability to read temperature in the individual cooking zones that you have. And so you can get a temperature reading on the left, middle zone, right zone, as well as the probe. A lot of people, find a lot of advantage in that, especially, again, if you're cooking multiple things at a time. You want to be at a certain temperature here versus over here. A pretty nice feature that they give you on the Echelon collection by Fire Magic. Another upgrade when you get the Echelon barbecue grills by Fire Magic. When you go to the Echelon, got what this thing is right here. Pull out smoker. It's got a lid on it. Take and put your favorite flavored wood chips, apple, cherry, pecan, whatever you want to do. Put them in this trough, and you've actually got an individual burner just specially made for this trough right here. It's a low BTU, long, skinny burner designed to mimic the shape of your smoker trough. And so if you want to add that woodsy flavor to the food that you're cooking, put your wood in here, and it as the pan gets hot, changes into smoke, and then also, you know, heads back into the food that you're cooking. Something else is that they actually weld the corners on their smoker trough, and what that does is it gives you the ability to put liquids in here for steaming. Got the lid on top. Helps to give kind of a lower, slow smoke with the lid on the top of this thing. Pretty good idea by Fire Magic.